In today's Motivational Mondays, I will be talking about knowing when to stop. This is very important, and it happens to a lot of artists out there who know themselves as perfectionists. And it's the idea of finding that perfect sweet spot in finishing a painting and calling it finished, because there's some artists out there, I don't know why, but that they say that an art piece is never finished, and I'm like, well, then when are you gonna stop? And that's just a symptom of perfectionism and thinking that it has to be perfect, which I think in the beginning, the very first Motivational Monday that I did, I talked about perfectionism and how it's unattainable because everybody's definition of perfection is different and everybody's conception of perfection is different. So I'm going to show you guys an example of when this happened to me and what I decided over the weekend, or actually Friday. But I had been thinking about it for a while, but it's just like, that perfectionist mind was like, but maybe I can add a little bit before I take a picture and post it. And anyway, I'm gonna show you this painting of these two siblings. I started last year in like April or May of last year, somewhere around there. It was in the spring, and I'd have to find, or you guys would have to find, a post in my Instagram going far back to when I started it. And yeah, I never got around to perfecting it, or whatever the definition of finishing this was. But on Friday I decided, you know what, the idea that I was going for is there. If I add anything more, I'll just go overboard. And with watercolor, there is such a thing as overworking watercolor. So I would suggest steering clear of that. And the lesson in this is that you guys need to learn to find that comfortable spot where you are done, where you call yourself, you know what, this is as best as I can do with this piece. Maybe in the next piece, I will get better. And there's this artist called, here on YouTube, called Struhless. He has the 70% rule. He talks about how he works a piece up to what he thinks is 70%, because he was another person that was like, he wouldn't finish pieces because he wanted them to be perfect, and just it's a vicious cycle of not finishing things because you want them to be perfect, but perfect never comes because, like I said, it's just an illusion to think that things can be perfect. And one thing, that painting is not done, and that one I have actual parts and pieces that I know I want to improve on, especially she has a set of necklaces, like beaded necklaces that are kind of pearly plastic white, and this goldish beaded stuff too. So I have to better define those. I want to fix her nose because it's looking kind of flat. And although their noses, like the indigenous people of my region, are like a little bit wider nose and everything, and I see this everywhere is my family too. It's just a physical trait that can be of anybody, but I see it there. Anyway, I need to fix that. I need to fix like the better defining the hairs and stuff that aren't always usually very visible to the naked eye, but to me it is when I get really close, and it bugs me every time I see it. So I have to, like, another way to finish a piece, versus it's knowing when to stop. And then there's making a list of when you get this far into a painting and you don't know what to do. Take out a piece of paper, start writing. Work on the eyes, or on the left eye. To work on the hairs, work on the little tassel-y thing that she has here. Make the hat ribbons more dimensional, work on the white beaded necklace, on the yellow beaded necklace, better define the little section over there, you know, specific things, and then you can just mark them off as you finish them, and then it's easier. And then once you have all of that, you look at it and you're like, okay, now I'm done. And then because thinking that not stopping a piece or that it's never done is utterly ridiculous. Like, this is why this took me a year to post. This is stupid. Like, I don't suggest ever doing that. I've done that a couple times. There are a couple of other pieces that I can show you. One that I overworked. So I don't usually do self-portraits, but I wanted to do this one because it was really pretty. I'll show you. This is a self-portrait that I did around the same time. And in the picture that I based this off of, I'm actually wearing a green shirt, but I kind of really overworked it, and it's like the lines are too creased in. I might be able to fade that in, but like I said, it's like just overworking. You gotta kick yourself into not overworking things. And I'll put a link to Struhless's video down there about his 70% rule. If you guys want to start there, that's a good place to start. I can't do 70%. For me, it's like, no, I gotta go at least 90 plus. So I do a 90 plus. If I can get it to 100, or what I think at that moment is 100, usually I'm like satisfied. I don't try to do 150. I do, as long as things, you know, they have that quality that you're looking for, it's there. Leave it there. Move on. That keeps you motivated. Not finishing things will keep you stuck. Will keep you unmotivated. So for this Motivational Monday, just know when to stop. Learn the difference. I mean, seriously. I know I had to do that this past week. And also, when you hit those mistakes or those failures, like I talked in the last video, in the last Motivational Monday, don't take them as failures. Take them as stepping stones towards growth. They all lead to growth, so they aren't necessarily mistakes if you don't see them that way. Just a piece of advice. Last week was kind of weird for me too. I was kind of settling into building up my confidence into doing more things. It's good to take a little break, but now I gotta get back to that. So, another little announcement. I will be going on vacation in May. Yeah, I'm gonna take a week off for my birthday, and I'm gonna go to Ecuador to go see my grandfather and my family. And yeah, I'm gonna celebrate my 34th birthday and my grandfather's 91st. So yay! No, seriously, I'm really excited, and I'll let you guys know as the date comes closer so that, you know, you guys don't miss me that week. I just won't be there. I won't post anything. I'll take I might post on my Instagram like pictures of where I am if I have any internet, because that's always kind of weird and it's not always available. But I'm okay with that. So take care.